When you stare into the mirror, I know you feel the emptiness. You look away, but it's still there. That itch in your brain telling you something needs to change. Your soul begging for you to improve. So we try, but to no avail. 6 months later, we look back seeing basically zero progress. Then we feel even more shit about ourselves, and back to the mirror we go. Okay, stop the music. A lot of people, including me, can relate to that. So how do we actually start improving ourselves? I spent these past few months trying to figure that out, and I ended up learning quite a bit. But first, I feel the need to say that just because I'm offering you some advice doesn't mean I'm better than you. This video will help you, but after all, I'm just a kid. And you know when a kid doesn't show his face, it's because he got picked on in middle school, okay? To start, think of one short-term goal and one long-term goal. Your short-term can be anything small about yourself or maybe a new skill you want to learn. Your long-term one has to be something you know you would be proud of. Something worth the work you're going to do. No pussy goals because I know you ain't one, okay? Remember you can always add more goals later, but for now just one of each. Personally, one of my short-term goals is to get good at this uke. Fun fact, it's right behind my phone, I'm using it as a stand. And my long-term is to help and or entertain people with my videos while making a living off it. Enough about my mid-goals, this video is meant for you. The reason you want to have these goals is because they give you a purpose, a reason to get up in the morning. And talking about the morning, the next thing you want to do is to set a wake up and bedtime for the weekends. One you know you can stick to. I still sometimes sleep at like 12 AM, but it's earlier than 4 and I can feel the difference. No idea how or why, but sleeping and waking up earlier helps with everything, like our parents weren't lying. Set your alarm slightly earlier than your wake up time, that's all you need to do for today. Wakey wakey. As soon as your alarm rings, turn it off and do not go back to sleep. Stop dreaming of your cute anime girlfriend and get the fuck out of bed. Also, yeah, it's November, so the faster you get out of bed, the less chance you have to double A battery your own. While I'm at it, let me just drop the best addiction advice you'll ever hear. So you know how the gym guys, right, they talk about progressive overload. It's the same for addictions, just reverse. So hypothetically, let's say you do a specific bad habit 20 times a month. Many wankers try to go from 20 to 0 in a month, but that's the same shit as me saying I could go bench press 200 pounds right now. Hyena shit. What you gotta do is be humble and accept that you can't go that fast. Instead of 20 to 0, try 20 to 15, then 15 to 10, and so on. This way, even if you fumble a bit, you still have a chance to hit your goal as long as you stay determined. And if you can get up at your set time tomorrow, you got that determination I'm talking about, alright? Anyway, once you've gotten up, make your bed. It doesn't 10x your productivity like all the motivational gurus say, but just do it, okay? Brush your teeth and stuff, then make a beeline for sunlight. Yes, even before breakfast. No need to mention all the science-backed benefits. There's just something about that few minutes of early morning sunlight that turns me on and gets me ready for the day. Plus, it's an excellent opportunity to touch some grass. If you can, try to work on something before eating breakfast. This way you don't feel sleepy, so it's easier to enter flow state. Flow state basically means you're in the zone of what you're doing, not getting distracted. Like when you're playing and you don't even realize 2 hours pass even though the time is literally at the corner of your screen. Okay, yeah, that was flow state. The activity wasn't so easy that it was boring, but not so challenging that it was overwhelming. It was right in that sweet spot. Optimally, for the rest of the afternoon, you want to be working on some skill or project, entering flow and only taking breaks when you feel that burnout. Oh, but I use the Pomodoro technique, so I need a 5-minute break every 25 minutes. No, you don't. In theory, Pomodoro makes sense, but in reality, you'll just be interrupting flow and be more focused on the break than on the work itself. Before I bathe, I'd exercise for roughly an hour. I'm not gonna give much advice here as I doubt I'm qualified to, like my arm is somehow still a stick. But one thing I can say is that to get started, you're going to need some motivation. A year ago, I got mine when people were talking shit about me and I was losing arm wrestles to people I really shouldn't be losing to. For you, just close your eyes and think about those who have wronged you. How far gone they'll be in a few years and how much higher up you'll be if you put in the work. This type of resentment isn't wholesome or anything, but what I can tell you is that it really fucking works. If it didn't, I wouldn't even be here saying this to you. To begin, just Google some workout routines, and if you're like me who does it all at home but doesn't have a home gym, I recommend this video on screen. Do know, however, that there is no best routine, it's all about what works for you. Accept that the progress will be slow, but as long as you keep doing the work, results are inevitable. I've been working out consistently for the past 8 months, yet the Aussie kid in my class could probably beat me up in 8 seconds. Like, that's kinda depressing to think about, not gonna lie. But no matter how deep in the trench you once were, you can always climb yourself up and out of it. And whenever you're feeling lazy, this is important. Just know that laziness is not the opposite of being disciplined. It is the prerequisite of being disciplined. You need to feel laziness before getting the energy to do that hard task, right? Every time you feel lazy, it's a chance to level up your discipline. I heard this quote from somewhere. It goes like, do the hard work especially when you don't feel like doing it, or something like that. And it couldn't be more true. At night, before you sleep, you don't want to do anything too extra. Many people say they work better at night, but that's only because they waste their afternoons away scrolling and only feel the pressure to actually do something at night. If you legit work better at night, you're like 1 in 1,000, which shouldn't surprise you that much, as you watching this already means you're like 1 in 100 million or something. I don't know how many views this will get. So what exactly should you do at night? Personally, I write scripts or learn my uke, which are both relatively calming activities. But there's one thing in particular that I think everyone should do before sleeping. To do this, just sit, close your eyes and clear your mind of any outside thoughts. Just maybe reflecting on your day. Some call it meditation, but really that's just a fancy term for sitting and doing nothing. This helps increase mindfulness, and you'd be surprised how helpful mindfulness is. For example, going back to addiction, people rarely ever relapse after a hard-fought battle where they're trying their absolute hardest not to do the bad habit. It's when they relax and aren't being mindful that they slip and fall, and then it's too late. Basically, meditation increases mindfulness. Mindfulness, very good. Since you're still here, I've got one more word that will legit change your life. Smile. Yes, it sounds plain stupid, but smiling more does make you happier. Plus, think of an attractive person. Are they smiling? Obviously. Smiling more won't instantly make every girl want you, living proof right here, but you will become more of a social magnet and notice way more people want to be around you compared to before, that is. And it sure is difficult, but don't fake your smile. There's a certain type of energy that's emitted only by a real, genuine smile. It's really just these few small changes that make all the difference. Trust the process, and I promise you, you'll be a better version of yourself in just a few months' time. So, set goals that excite you, set a bedtime, get out of bed, get sunlight, do exercise, do meditation, and smile more. If this video helped you, please share it with your friends. It helps me out way more than you think. And if you got a few extra bucks, please consider donating to my Patreon. I hate to ask for donations, but it's the only way I'll be able to make videos like these consistently. I'm not gonna act like I'm getting an eviction notice tomorrow if you don't donate, but it will allow me to make more videos like these, helping people like you even more. It's a win-win, okay? To summarize, put in the work, and if you're struggling, don't beat yourself up over it. If your friend fails at something, you wouldn't say all the self-hate shit you say to yourself to him, would you? View yourself as your own best friend. And remember that some guy on the internet told you that you're stronger than your vices, and you will achieve your goals. See better you soon, bro.